All right. Welcome to the Debo Show, everybody. Had to get this camera adjusted. Sorry about that. Um, Sorry it took so long. Also, to put out this episode, we've been having some things going on. First and foremost, I'm gonna let y'all know COVID is back. I don't know how y'all, how y'all feeling, how y'all, y'all still out here in these streets. I thought the shit was over with. I thought it was done. COVID is fucking back. It's back. It is back. How do I know? I caught that shit. Family member came over, um, my father's house, and we didn't hang around them too much. Pretty much stayed away from them because it was women's conversation and stuff. Me and my dad, and I looked over there and I kind of heard a few coughs, little little cough here and there. I didn't pay it too much attention, and then next thing I know, about 2 days later, my throat was itching. I'm like, Lord, no, not me, please, Lord, not me. And goddamn, it was me. I had the itchy throat, coughing. Then my nose started running. My nose was burning, and so 2 days in, I said, damn, I think I got COVID. And then by the time I said, damn, I think I got COVID, my dad texted me and said, don't come over here. We all have COVID. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Damn it. I got COVID. And my thing is, if you're coughing, right? I thought she was coughing because she's old. But if you're coughing, why the fuck are you going out in public? Let alone to another person's house. And she had never been over. I mean, she never comes over my dad's house or whatever. They never come over. And all of a sudden she pops up and she's fucking hacking all over the goddamn place. And it's just like, why? And then also, my stepmom, she got a phone call from them after the fact, after they left, saying, oh, some people got COVID from grandma. And she starts giggling, ha, 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 ha. And then fucking 3 days later, we all had COVID. So the point is, COVID is out there. Put your fucking mask on. You go out in public, just put the fucking mask on, because the shit's going to blow up just like it did the first time. And we know kind of what happened and how that, went down. And God bless anybody that lost anybody during that time period. I was lucky I didn't lose anybody. But I might have lost my kidney to it. I don't know, because my kidney pretty much died like during that time period. But, just protect yourself, protect your loved ones. Make sure your kids, yourself is masking up when you go out in public. Don't try to be too cool. Don't try to act like, it's not a big thing, because we know what happened the first go round. So we have some topics. Unfortunately, this week, again, we are missing my beloved co-host, Bo. Again, his family's going through some things. I want to make sure that, like I said, the first go round, everybody send good energy his way for his situation, and hopefully that helps them in some way, shape, or form. But hopefully he's able to get back soon, and continue what we were doing, continue rocking out. But make sure you're sending good energy his way. If you know him personally, reach out to him. Tell him, hey, you're praying for him. Send a good energy. Until then, I'll continue to put out what I can put out. I'll continue to entertain as best I can. And, when my guy gets back, we'll rock back out. So, also, shout out to our sponsors, Blue Line Defense. If you need a piece of weapon, if you need some training, if you need license, concealed carry license, go to BlueLineDefense.com. Go on the Facebook page, Blue Line Defense. Follow them. They got some nice pieces. He offers training. He offers licensing for concealed carry. You don't want to get caught up out there riding around, riding dirty, trying to protect yourself. Just go do what you got to do to protect yourself best you can. Do it the legal way so you don't get in trouble. Also, if you already have your concealed carry, you just need to add to your collection. You know, he has a nice array of handguns that I've seen on his website and on his Facebook page. So definitely go out there and check that out. Definitely go and get a new piece. Again, that's Blue Line Defense. Also, another sponsor of ours is Mr. Big South Studios. This is where we do all of our podcasting. He has 2 podcast rooms, this one and another one that's more comfortable, has a couch and chairs and all that kind of stuff. It's a little cold in here, so I always have to put on my sweatshirt. As you can see, I just wear it just for this occasion because it's about 60 degrees in here. So if you like that kind of thing, you like to freeze your ass off while you're doing podcasts, come on down to Mr. Big South Studios right here on W.T. Harris, right behind the McDonald's, right beside the Wingstop. He also has a recording studio for all you artists out there. If you like to sing, you rap, you do whatever you do, he's building a hell of a recording studio right behind me. And I think it's going to be really dope. It's not finished yet, but once it gets finished, it's going to be something for everybody to utilize here in the city to get some good quality music recording that's going to be affordable and not completely out of your range or like super ghetto and unprofessional like some of these clowns try to put out. So we're going to get into these topics. First and foremost, 20 on the honey. 20 on the honey. So I want to know, I'm just asking, what is it's an epidemic going on of young men that are consuming performance enhancing drugs in order to have sex. So my question is for the men out there, you can comment in the section, you can comment on the Facebook page, you can comment on the TikTok. Let me know what the hell's going on. Because last time I checked, we're not that old to need performance enhancing drugs in order to have sex. A lot of times in rap songs, and I got people that I know, I'm not going to call them friends because I think that word is overrated, but I know people that I know that take it and they talk about it and they take gas station pills and all these different things. And my question is, bro, like, is your damn wood dead? Is your fucking wood dead? Like, is it fucking dead? Like, why do you need some kind of honey or performance enhancing drug to have sex? To get you aroused in order to have sex with your lady? Like, what's going on? Now, I can understand if he was 50, 45, 60, 70. Yeah. Okay. Get you a little whatever, Viagra, honey, whatever the hell you need, or a fucking root out the ground. I don't fucking know. But why in the fuck is a 20-something-year-old, a 32-year-old, or a 34-year-old using honey? Or a Percocet? I popped a perk and I fucked her. Whatever what the hell is going on with this generation? What's happening? Because it's an epidemic. I don't know if it's just the popularity of the situation. Maybe it's insecurity. Maybe it's insecurity and you guys feel like, okay, it's an option out there that's going to help me perform at a better standard. And you try it and maybe you just don't want to stop. I don't know. But I don't understand. You should still be picking it up and putting it down on your own. Definitely should be able to, go for a good little while without needing some kind of fucking drug. And, okay, the issue is this. The honey thing just came out. And we don't know what the long-term backlash is going to be from using this honey. Right? We don't know. So you're using this shit at 20 something years old, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35. And then when you're fucking 50, you're having a heart attack and shit, or your fucking wood falls off or whatever. You have blood clots in your shit because you've been taking honey to force blood to go to your wood. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do then? Like, what are you gonna do then? And then we're gonna have like a whole generation of men that consume this honey shit. And it's black men. I don't know about any white guys out here taking honey. I don't hear any country songs or rock songs about I took the honey and I don't hear anything about that. I only hear it in our community. So our community is gonna have a whole generation of guys that's having health problems and shit because you're out here taking Red Bulls and popping Percocets and taking gas station pills and rubbing honey on your shit and doing Roman swipes and all this different kind of stuff just to get your fucking wood up. What the fuck is happening? And if any of those people want, any of those companies, the honey company, Roman swipes, any of these companies want to contact me and say, this is what we got, it's all natural and it's not gonna hurt, and debunk my idea and whatever, I'll promote your product. If you can debunk and tell me that this is a healthy product and in 20 years my generation of men isn't gonna have a goddamn issue. If you can debunk it, I'll promote your product. Okay? But right now, I just want to know what the fuck is happening with men that shouldn't need help going out here getting this fucking help. And women, you comment also. How do you feel about your guy needing to consume a product in order to have sex with you? I mean, does that make you feel unattractive? Does that make you feel like, something's wrong with him? Or is it normal? Or do you feel like, hey, this is just what it is right now? This is something that needs to happen. This is what we do. I don't know. Me, myself, I've never done it. I've never done it. I've never needed to do it. I've never thought about doing it. I'm very aware of I try to be aware of the things I consume and put in my body, especially when it concerns my wood. Because you don't want to fuck that up. You don't want to fuck your wood up. Because I don't know if you can unfuck your wood. It's like once you fuck your wood up, can you reverse the damage you did to your wood? I don't know. That's a question I need. Somebody needs to answer in my DMs. Okay, so that's a very big concern of mine and a big question of mine. What the hell's happening with the honey? Also, next topic, being a real father. Me, myself, I'm a father of 2. And the question is, in today's time, what does it mean to be a real father? You do the basics. You provide for them. You care for them. We love them. Things of that nature. But when you run into a situation as a man and you're not with the other party, you're not with their mom, and you're still trying to figure out how to be a father, how does that look? What is the correct way to go about doing that? And that's my question. I know often I've come across most guys in that situation, and it's a very difficult situation because you're trying your best to provide, you're trying your best to be present in that child's life, and oftentimes it's met with adversity. Oftentimes because the mother isn't with you, she doesn't want you to be near the kids. Oftentimes because the mother isn't with you, she doesn't want you to influence the kids. And the fact about the matter is, whether it's a boy or girl, kids need their fathers. Kids need their mothers. Kids need both of their parents, regardless of the fact that they're not together. They need both parties for them to come out. I think have an even kill or a well-rounded view on the world. But oftentimes, the mother feels jaded, and she doesn't allow the man to be there in the child's life. So, my question is for everybody: how in the world do you find a balance to be a real father? Um, Especially when the mother sometimes jades the child against the father, fills the child's head up with a bunch of lies and concepts that make the kid, the child, not like the father. Now you have a situation where it's difficult to be a father. It's difficult to be, there in the child's life because the child doesn't want you to be there because they feel like you've done something to them or you left them when really you left her. You didn't leave them, you left her. And then you got to fight through that cloud of unnecessary drama. And, I would employ, and I would ask women out there in my generation, allow the father to be a father. If you have a personal issue with the man, don't do your child a disservice by not allowing the father to be a father. Sometimes the fathers are behind the eight ball when it comes to you guys because you guys take the offensive and you automatically start changing the way the child thinks about the father. And most of the time the father doesn't realize until much later that the child has an issue, a personal issue with him because for the last, years of their life, 10 years of their life, they've been told that he ain't shit, he don't want you, he don't love you, and he threw us out, and we're part of his former life, and all, it's personal things that she might put on the child to make them believe that, the dad didn't want them. And that might not be true. It might be true in some cases, but if it's not actually true, ladies, let's do the child a service and allow them to get to know their fathers and have a relationship with their fathers and build with their fathers and take your personal feelings out of it. Take your personal feelings out of it and allow that father to be a father. Because, be honest with you, when they grow up, at the end of the day, and your game that you're playing far as playing keep away from the father and jading them against the father, you're going to regret it because they're not going to grow up and be a well-rounded or happy person. You're digging a hole within that child's soul that they're going to try to fill or want to fill or need to fill once they become an adult. And you're going to be the one that dug that hole by trying to keep the man away from that child or poisoning that child into thinking that they should stay away from their father. And then they're going to have this big hole in them that's going to make them feel like, well, shit, I never had a father. I never had a person that cared about me in that way. The reason I know is because I had that hole for my mother. My mother, she chose her own lifestyle over my family, and I was left with my dad. And as a child, I grew up feeling like, well, loving her, I felt like, well, she's going to come back and get me eventually. She never did. And that feeling transformed into a hole that was, okay, I don't have a mother that cares about me enough to stop living her own lifestyle to come and help and assist me with mine. And that can be damaging to some people. Some people, they need to know how to operate within that situation. Some daughters need to know what a real man is, or they'll go out and seek that man and have no idea what he looks like or should feel like or should be like because they didn't have a father. And they'll go out seeking that man, and they'll go through all these different men trying to find a real man. And they could simply find that from their own father and learn from their own father, okay, this is the standards of a man. This is what a man's supposed to do. You know, regardless of the fact that he didn't stay with mom, this is what a man is. Also, women trying to raise boys. Love it, love it to death. Love y'all moms, you know, love it. But there's a missing element that y'all can't add as far as teaching a boy how to be a man, because you've never been a man. So how can you teach a boy how to be a man? And oftentimes a lot of you didn't grow up in a household with a man, so you don't have an example of how to teach a man how to be a man. So where is the manhood coming from? And what that has produced is several generations of men raised by women that didn't know how to be a man. So when your daughters or yourself go ahead to seek a man, you can't find one that fits the criteria because they were raised by women that didn't know how to raise a man. Right? So that's an issue, and it's a generational issue that you don't want to happen and continue. It can be solved and it can be broken by simply allowing the father to intervene in and show him what he's supposed to do, what he's not supposed to do, how he's supposed to carry himself, and things of that nature. If you would just get over the fact that he doesn't want me anymore. If you could just get over the fact that he doesn't want me anymore, because 9 times out of 10, you don't want him anymore. So if that's the case, it shouldn't be an issue. It should be a plain Jane, nice, clean cut. Okay, this is about the child and what's best for the child. And you should be able to move forward from there. And I would like to see, that, you know, be a trend that changes at some point within our community. And just really get over the fact that he don't want me or she don't want me or whatever the case may be. Get over the breakup and allow the father to interact with the child. I know in my situation, I know very, very well that my daughters need their mom. And I would never try to keep my kids away from their mother, because it's things that she knows and she does and she can teach them that they have to learn and they need to learn. Or else I'm going to have 2 little boys on my hand. I'm not going to have 2 little girls. I'm going to have 2 little boys. And, you know, that's not the outcome I'm looking for either. So that's my little tidbit on that. Next topic. So, fellas out there, comment in the comment section. Ladies, you can too. But my question is, what do you really do? What do you really, really do when you get in a relationship and everything is good, everything, you know, they're the type of person you want, they got the right mindset on them, they got a good job, they got, you know, good living situation, you know, they fit everything you're looking for in a person. What is your next move when you guys go to have relations and it's dry? Yeah, that's right. I said it is dry. Ladies, this is in your court, okay? This is in your court. What the hell are we supposed to do? Or what do you do when you finally get to that point and it's dry? What do you do? And I'm talking about down there. Yes, I am. What do you do? How do you fix that? Do you deal with that as a man? Do you continue to date this person? Do you continue to pursue a relationship with a person when it's dry? Me personally, it's enough for me. It's a fucking hell no for me. I think whenever you're dating a person, I think you have to you're looking for the complete package, right? And you're checking out boxes and you're checking out boxes and you're trying to say, okay, they fit this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And if they don't check a box, you have to ask yourself, can you deal with that issue? Can you consistently deal with that lack? And that lack of moisture in that area can be a problem because it makes sex unbearable. It makes it unpleasurable. So, at that point you just had to, but if they check off every other box, do you continue to move forward? And shout out to some people out there because I see you. I see you out there. You're getting married. You're building lives together. And I know you're sacrificing a lot of boxes. I know you're sacrificing a lot of boxes to build something because, you're sacrificing looks. You're sacrificing the body. You're sacrificing, skin texture in order to build a life and have a American dream of a relationship and a family. I know some of you people that's doing that. And my question is it worth it? Me personally, I've done it and it wasn't worth it at the end of the day. You end up with 10 years or 15 years or 20 years of unhappiness. And you look back and you say, fuck, I wasted 15 years of my fucking life being unhappy when I knew they didn't check that box and I thought I could fix them. It's fucking newsflash, people. You can't fix anybody. That person is going to be that person. That person is going to be that fucking person. And there's really nothing you can do about it. So you have to really decide, okay, can I deal with this man who has streaks in his drawers? Or can I deal with that woman who has a severely dry vagina? And every time we have sex, we gotta pull out the lube, and we gotta get the lube and put the lube in there because without that it just ain't gonna be it. Can you deal with that? Can you really budget out, have a little budget for lube, your monthly lube budget? Is that what you want to do with your life? Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think that's something I can sacrifice. There's a few things I wouldn't sacrifice, and that's one of them. And, some things what would I sacrifice? What would I sacrifice? Cooking. I'll sacrifice cooking because I can cook for myself. Do I want to be able to cook? Yes, but I can cook for myself. So I will sacrifice cooking. What else? Looks. I would sacrifice looks in exchange for dope ass personality. What else? That's about all I can think about right now. Everything else, I need the box to be wet. I need her to have a decent personality. I need her to be active. I need her to be a person that takes care of themselves. I'm not saying you have to be a model or athlete, but take care of your body. I don't want you to be all, love yourself enough to take care of yourself. I'm going to do the same. Job-wise, be able to support yourself, us, build something. Cleanliness. Definitely need to have that motherfucking house clean. Definitely need to be able to, have a routine to where you clean up after yourself. I went down that path. It needs to be done. It needs to be a damn, big time check mark. What else? Being social. I like a person that's social. Be able to go out and when we go out, deal with friends. Don't feel uncomfortable or be to where you don't want to be around other people or be around my people. I ran into that issue. self-controlled. Don't be one of those people that's like all out of control, drinking and doing all this kind of crazy stuff. Because I'm at the age now, I'm 35. I'm at the age now where, you know, a certain way you conduct yourself, a certain way you act, a certain way you carry yourself. So, you know, I'm going to expect her to do the same. But, you know, this is one of them things, man, just thinking about what you require from a person. You know, can you deal with it being dry? Hell fucking no, I can't do it. Can't fucking do it. So I seen this thing that another podcaster did rip to him. I'm not gonna drop his name because people gonna, you know, certain people gonna probably hate on him, but I'm not gonna drop his name. But he did an interesting thing that brought an interesting topic to my attention. How many of us inflate our self-rating? You say, okay, what do you mean by that? When you really, if somebody was to ask you, how would you rate yourself? What would you say? Now, a lot of us are overconfident and a little bit delusional, right? Because everybody's going to say the same damn thing. They're going to say 8. I'm an 8. I'm a 9. Okay. But realistically, are you really 8 or 9? Like, if you really being real, are you 8 or 9? Like, if you was talking to God, would you tell God you're 8 or 9? Like, and I'm not talking about confidence-wise. That's a separate thing. I'm not saying, you know, I got confidence of an 8, so I'm an 8. No. I'm saying, when you look in the mirror, if you weren't you, would you rate yourself an 8 or a 9 or a 10? And I'm not talking about for a big man, or I give you a 10 for a big girl. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about overall, really, honestly, what would you rate yourself on your best day? Because I think it's an important thing to ask yourself, especially when you're out here and you're talking about dating and seeking and looking for a partner. I think it's important to really be able to rate yourself, really be able to know and be honest about, I'm a 6. You know. So, you know, if you're a 6, do you go out here portraying or carrying yourself like you're a 12? Or do you go out here portraying or carrying yourself trying to bag another 10 when you know that you're a 6? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, on my best day, haircut, I'm lotion down. I got my cologne on. I have my best clothes on, you know, the best clothes I can get. They fitted to me, everything. My hair is cut. My beard is trimmed up. Or first and foremost, it's grown out, then it's trimmed up. I got lip balm on for the first time in history. And I'm at my very best. I've been in the gym. I've been working out. I'm at my personal very best. What would I rate myself? I would rate myself a strong 6. I'll rate myself a strong ass 6. Because let's do this. On the scale, you say, okay, well, you rate yourself a 6. What the hell? If Michael B. Jordan is the sexiest man alive, that's the standard, right? And Beyonce or Rihanna is the sexiest woman alive, that's the standard. How far apart from those two do you think you actually are? Me? If he's a 10, I put my best, and I know my personal best looking self physically in the gym. I know I worked as hard as I could. I did the best I could. How I look. I don't look like Michael B. Jordan. I don't look like a superhero cut out from a goddamn stone. Okay? I don't know if he's taking steroids. He probably is. That's what actors do to get buffed up like that. But his body is a damn 10. And mine probably is like a 8 if I maximize what I can be. Okay. And then you go to face. Everybody doesn't have the face. Everybody doesn't have, whatever. He got voted most sexy man alive with that fucking stash. He had a fucking stash and he got voted best man. If I cut this fucking thing off and just have a stash, I'm going to look like a pedophile. I'm going to look like a fucking cop. I'm going to look ridiculous because I don't have a chin. So you got to, okay, so boom, the eight with the body, and that's the max. Now you think about the face, you got to, okay, I'm going to give my face a 5. So that brings the average down a little bit, That's how you got to kind of grade yourself if you're being realistic. Same thing with on the woman's side. If Beyonce is a 10, her body is banging. All, as far as we know, natural. Her face is beautiful. Okay? So when you look in the mirror and you see your body, is your body like that? Is your body a 10 like Beyonce's? Do you have abs? Do you have hips? Do you your shit perky? Is it, are you like that? Now, if not, you got to be real with yourself and say, okay, my body's a 5. Or my body's a 7. But don't lie to yourself and say it's a fucking 10. Just because you want to lie to yourself. Because the rating, the self-inflated rating, when you go out here and you're dating and you're dealing with other people and you're seeking a partner, I think you have to be realistic. You have to find somebody that falls on your spectrum. And oftentimes I think women, it's about, okay, I want a man that makes X amount of dollars. Okay, that man that makes that amount of money is going to want a woman that's a 10. Are you really a 10? If you're a 6 or a 5 and you're seeking a man that's a 10 that makes 6 figures, then you're fucking out of bounds. And it's never going to fucking happen. And it's never going to fucking happen. But you can dream about it, or you can be realistic and say, okay, I'm really a 5. I need to go find a 6, which I'm a 6, I would say, on my best day, in comparison to Michael B. Jordan. If he's at 10, I'm a 6, in my opinion, on a great day. Today's not a great day. Today is a regular day, which we all have a regular fucking day, which needs to be added in also, because on those regular days, you're still going to be with the person. They're still going to have to see you. So don't, on your regular day, look like a fucking monster when you take that wig off or those eyelashes. All right? So, men, like if you're a man and good and fucking well you're a 6, but you want a 10, what do you have to do? You have to go out there and make yourself a 10. How can you make yourself a 10? Maximize what you can do, working out, cologne, clothes, car, haircut, facial hair, no facial hair, skincare, income. Your income has to be able to elevate you up to that point where, okay, damn, he ain't the best looking, but that motherfucker bringing in money. He ain't the best looking, but that motherfucker got 2 or 3 businesses. He ain't the best looking, but he owned 2 or 3 establishments. He ain't the best looking, but he owned a lot of real estate. That makes you a 10, guys. You go to the gym, you work out, you get your body up to that 9. You bust your ass at work and you become an executive, or you do whatever you do. That brings you up to a 9, a 10. You go out here, you buy some real estate, you get 2 or 3 houses. Now all of a sudden, when you go out there, you're dating and you approach a 10, you can match her energy because you're bringing 10 type of shit to the table. You're not just coming to the fucking table with some wood and, some ashy ass ankles. Okay? So that's that was an interesting topic I wanted to broach. I thought it was, keep it real with yourself. Talk about it. Get a group of friends, man, and ask everybody to be honest with themselves and rate themselves and, rate themselves and why. It's a humbling thing. It's a cool thing. Also, I think it gives you something to work on because you realize, hey, you can say I'm a 10, but if you be real with yourself and say, hey, I'm a 6, then you can really see what I can work on, right? If I'm a 6, okay, I know I need to make my business more successful in order to bring my level up. I need to maybe get some real estate in order to bring my level up. I need to maybe work out more to bring my level up. Like I said about Michael B. Jordan, he's probably taking steroids. I might need to pop myself a little juice to bring my level up. But that's all personal choice. Last topic, last but not least. I've heard this before, and it rubbed me in a weird way because I never thought about it like that as a man. Somebody said, men, you need to go out here and when you're selecting a person, you need to choose who chooses you. Now, what does that mean? Oftentimes, as a man, you're hunting. You're going out there, you're seeking a partner. You're going out there, you're trying to find a lady, and it's all 95% about looks. But it's an amazing thing when you sit back and you think about, well, who's choosing me? How many times have I been approached by a woman? How many times does, a woman come up and flirt with me? And oftentimes we get in these relationships and these situationships and we're going crazy and we're going up above and beyond and we're stretching ourselves and we're trying to figure out why is this such a burden on me? Well, you chased down this woman, right? You begged her to go out with you. You paid her to go out with you. You paid her to go out with you again. And when I say that, I'm talking about these dates, expensive gifts, doing all this courting to force her to like you. And then 2 or 3 years down the road, when it's not working out, you're trying to figure out why is it not working out? Because you put that woman in a situation where she has to force herself to like you. She's trying to force herself, trick herself. Oh, he's a good guy, and he has this, and he did that, and I like him. But they're forcing themselves to like you. They're comparing you to other people constantly. They're comparing you to their exes constantly. They're comparing you to what they see on TV constantly because you approach them and not the opposite way around. Now, if you found a person that chose you and they just so happen to be of your standard and a person that you could vibe with, now it's a totally different situation. It's a totally different feel. It's a totally different chemistry because now we both want each other. We're both seeking each other. We're both courting each other. It's not a one-sided thing. And it doesn't take 6 months, a year, 2 years for it to become an equally yoked thing. It's an equally yoked thing from the get-go. Now, it's a rare occurrence. In my 35 years of life, I maybe have been approached, courted, quote unquote, maybe 5 times in life. The last time I was approached, I wasn't in the right state of life to date. So I respectfully declined because I didn't want to waste her time. But it felt way differently than chasing somebody else, courting somebody else. To be approached and be asked, hey, you want to go lunch? Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? It was a different vibe. And I think that's something that we need to seek and something that we need to look for as men. Give it a shot. Give the person that wants you a shot instead of always chasing. Because the fact of the matter is, you're probably chasing somebody that has 10 or 15 people on their line. And you can have a person where it's just you on that line. and that's a big difference. You don't compete with somebody else all the time. You're not competing with the guy that's taking her to Ruth Chris, and you got to try to outdo that, or you're competing with the guy that offered to buy her a BBL, and you got to try to outdo that, or you're competing with the guy that has a 6-figure job, and you're trying to outdo that, and you're competing with the guy that has a Charger, and you're trying to outdo that, and when you can actually just get with a person that wants you for you and grow from there. It can be a beautiful thing. I'm going to actually do that myself. So I implore everybody to give it a shot. As always, I'll wrap up the show real quick. I appreciate everybody for viewing. Share this wherever you got social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Share it with your friends. Trying to build a community, trying to build an interesting conversation with people about different topics. So let's share it. Let's grow it. That's what we're trying to do here on the Debo Show. Also, sponsors. Like I said, Blue Line Defense. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for supporting us, supporting the podcast. You really make it possible for us to do this every week. We'll keep on trying to do it every week, put out good content. Like I said, BlueLineDefense.com on Facebook also. If you need to get you some new artillery, go down there. If you need to go down there for some training, hit them up. If you need to get your license, hit them up. Also, shout out to Mr. Big South Studios right here on WT Harris, right beside your Wingstop. Guys, if you want to do a podcast, you want to get out here, come on down, talk to Big South. Hit them up, start your stuff. I employ everybody to get out here and do your thing. That's what I did. Also, if any of you need any type of professional photography, maternity, birthdays, sweet 16s, headshots, anything of that nature, real estate, contact myself. That's a business of my own. Doing photography, also apparel printing, Mill Inc. On Facebook, Instagram. Mill Inc. Company is the name. You can give me a contact at 704-780-8210. And we'll take care of you in that facet. So, like I said, guys, if you have any topics, any ideas you want to talk about, anybody out there have a small business you want to promote, you want to come on the show, talk about, we'll welcome you. I got somebody I spoke to the other day, a young lady that makes some food. I'm hoping we can link up with her, have her come on the show very soon and show us some of her catered food. And hopefully she brings some so we can try it. But yeah, man, just contact us, hit us in the DMs, and we'll reach out to you and we'll make it work. All right. As always, love. Later.